Hey guys, this is Hal for HES Ultimage. For personal channeled messages, go to hesultimage.com, and for DLC energy bracelets. These come in 8 different colors and 3 different variations of metal colors. So there's gold tone, black tone, and silver tone. They're really great, super comfortable, so check them out. Hey Sagittarians, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your channeled message for the month of March 2016. Hey guys. Alright, so for your message this month I got yesterday is history. Alright, it was actually the first part of a quote from Kung Fu Panda, but this was the only part of the quote that mattered, so this is the focus, okay? Um, so this month you're going to be finding that the past doesn't matter and shouldn't matter, and you have to remember that, okay? Because there are going to be certain pitfalls that you can encounter where you might make comparisons or judgments based on history or the past that are no longer relevant, don't apply, or don't matter. I'm going to be very meta about this for a second. Um, very broad, if you will, about this philosophical. Um, Once the past happens, it technically doesn't matter at all anymore. All right? Like, we as human beings believe the past is important, but at the end of the day, it really isn't. Once it occurs, it's no longer useful. It's only useful in the span of understanding who we are, how we got to being who we are. But as far as when it comes to, you know, going, well, my past was like this and my present's like this, or if I did something different in my past, my present would be different, things like that. It's a waste of time this month to do anything like that. It's not going to be very fruitful because the past doesn't matter the past doesn't matter right now. And I mean, the past doesn't matter a lot of the time, but in March for Sagittarians, it's very important because you can fall into patterns where it's just not helpful. All right. Um, Give me a second because my channel's trying to tell me something more about that one. All right. Um, when it comes to comparisons, I would say okay, because that's the other thing. It's not so much a month of what if scenarios, but it's more about comparisons, okay? All right, there we go. Okay, my channel's really happy I got it now. All right. So here we go. Um, when it comes to comparisons, it's about saying, oh my god, when I was 20, my life was so cool and I was going to parties all the time and all this. And now that I'm like 35, I have to work all the time. I have so many responsibilities. It's that kind of idea of comparisons. You know, I'm just using those ages as an example, but everybody goes through this at a certain point where they can go, oh, I feel like my life today is somehow either inferior or lacking in some way to the past. So I would say it's really important to remember not to do that this month because it's not constructive this month to do that. In other scenarios, it could be, I used to live in this one place and now I'm living somewhere new, and all I can do is compare it to the place I used to be because that's what the past was. Yesterday is history. It's already done. It's over. Focusing on the now is good. But it's even more importantly, I get messages where it's like, focus on the present. This is more about don't focus on the past, okay? That's the key focus for Sagittarians this month, okay? So it's not even so much about having to be tremendously present. Like, present, future, that's all fine, but it's more about just don't think about or compare things to the past. Other scenarios could be, things about, again, lifestyle, I think is what it's really about. Lifestyle, and comparisons to past and lifestyle, okay? So whether that's, okay, it could also be, just to give you a few more examples here, um, yeah, uh, that, again, in the case of, you know, your past being with, saying, okay, again, one thing a few years ago or a year ago or a month ago was one way and now it's different, and wanting to somehow, yeah, reclaim that it's not constructive again, or okay, to make value judgments based on what the past was, okay? I just have to make sure that I got that for you. So I'm just going to reiterate that, then I'm going to close this one up because I know I'm going too far into it. Um, Again, do not make value judgments or judgments of positive or negative based upon what the past was, okay? Accept and be mindful of the present by giving it its own value within this time and moment instead of going in the past and saying, well, today isn't as good as that, or wasn't the same as that, or wasn't as preferable as that. Okay, again, do not compare the past to your current circumstances in March because it's not the right way to go about doing things, okay? Just remember to take your present circumstances upon their own merits, all right? So that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.